I'm going to talk about the 1971 earthquake. It's best known as a San Fernando earthquake, but it's best known as the earthquake that Sylmar earthquake, and it happened on February 9th. It was a Tuesday, February 9th, 1971, and it happened at 5:59 a.m. Interestingly, the Wikipedia entry doesn't say the time and stuff. It's like on it, but it's like got a lot of information on it. I actually got this um, on eBay about the earthquake, and anyway, what it's like, what we remember is like, because we were living down the South Bay in Gardena. It's like we're LA County, but the south end of LA County, and it really it gave us a big jolt, a pretty big jolt. Of course, it didn't have the damage or the effect on if you were living in the area. It's just like when I was living through the '94 earthquake. It didn't have that quite that effect, a frightening effect like it did on like the people that lived up near the epicenter. So anyway, so the '71 earthquake, what I remember of it, it's like I was in my last semester of high school, and I think I was trying to remember how long the school I was, I was going to Washington High, and it happened on Tuesday, and obviously, we didn't go to school that day, and I want to say it was closed for at least a couple days. It may have been closed for that week, but I'm sure we went back by Monday, and I was trying to find out, from somebody that remember, maybe could remember how long it was actually closed. But anyway, what I remember is like it was I actually had the middle bedroom, and I was sleeping there, and it's like we had this big jolt, woke you up. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and like even back then they would tell you to go and stand in the doorway, which is what I did, which actually is not good advice if you're in a really bad earthquake. It's like you're best staying where you're at, yeah, so you don't get hurt trying to get over there. And I did talk about that in the '94 earthquake stuff, that a lot of people got injured because trying to get to the doorway. So anyway, I did that, but nobody else in the family did. It's like they just all laid there in bed. But anyway, so I just wanted to go over it. It's like what we were doing and everything during the '71 earthquake, and of course it was all over the news and everything. And I got some interesting pictures here. It's like of the earthquake, so on. And yeah, there's some pretty bad damage and stuff. I'll be also talking about in the future, not too distant future, talking about the 1933 Long Beach earthquake. I actually have a lot of information on that one. But it's like you can see the damage. It's like it was pretty nasty. It's like it was I think it was a 6.5. It's like, let me look it up. It's 6 point. I think it was a 6.5. It's like a magnitude earthquake. It's not even saying in here right here, but it's like I looked at Wikipedia, and I think it was it was kind of on par with the Northridge earthquake, and also the Long Beach earthquake was about the same magnitude. It's like this is an interesting thing. It's magazine because it's a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. And I have a lot, like I said, I have a lot of information, a lot of information on the '94 earthquake, and also this earthquake, so I just wanted to talk about what we were doing and so on, and how I got, to, skip school for at least a couple of days. But I have a feeling, it's like because it was on a Tuesday, I couldn't remember until I looked it up, that what day of the week it was. So I'm sure it was probably closed that week, and they opened back up on the following Monday, because they had to check out the school to make sure the structure and everything was okay and everything. So at least we got a break from school. And let's see, another couple pictures here I want to share with you. It's yeah, it did its share of damage. Look at this. It's like we weren't living in the area, so we didn't really see how bad it was, the damage and everything that it was. But it's like, and then it's like I want to say that the death toll was 64 people. Yeah. So, and if I remember right, the Northridge earthquake was around the same amount of people died. You know, I remember back, you know, seeing back then on the TV, on the news and stuff. You know, people in the hospital and everything. Yes, 6.6 at the Richter scale. 6.6. Yeah, and then more than 1,000 people were treated for injuries. You know, the '94 earthquake, I want to say the injuries were in the thousands, but you know, and I believe that the '94 earthquake was closer to the surface, and so it may have had more of an impact, you know, and what people, you know, saw and everything. So it was, you know, devastating for everybody that was living in the area. So living in that area. Um, you know, it's like I imagine it really impacted people, just like it did with me with the '94 earthquake. So I just wanted to give you a little overview. It's like, you know, it's like I've gotten very interested in earthquakes recently. So, and like I said, I'll be talking about the '33 earthquake. There's a lot to say about that one, and some other fun stuff. Oh, come on. I have to do it manually.